And we'll have more on the World Bank's Africa Pulse report in the course of this bulletin. But first, though, founder of defunct Capital Bank, William Atu-Essien, and 3 other directors have been slapped with 26 charges, including stealing. There is more in the following report.
States in the suit accuse the 3 of stealing 100 million cedis belonging to the bank. This relates to their roles leading to the collapse of Capital Bank. The Attorney General, Gloria Kufu, last month indicated that persons who had contributed to the collapse of the banks will be prosecuted. According to a charge sheet cited by Joy Business, other directors of the bank, including Tete Nete, Kate Kote Papafio, and Fitzgerald Odonko, were also charged. The suit also accused the former chief executive, together with the directors, of stealing some 100 million cedis. From the charge sheet, the founder of the bank, William Atu-Essien, in January 2016, dishonestly appropriated the sum of 35 million cedis. The state is also charging the founder and others for money laundering and some criminal offense. For some, the move could be seen as part of measures to recover from directors of these defunct banks. William Atu-Essien, in a recent interview with Metro TV, denied these charges, insisting that he was innocent. Government, on the other hand, had maintained that he believed these directors have a case to answer in court. According to the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, about 14 billion cedis has been spent on these collapsed banks. Many would be looking forward to see what would happen in court and what defense the accused directors would put up.
A very remarkable development over there. We've been getting reaction from financial consultant Charles Meza. He has commended the Bank of Ghana for taking the action. He's confident it will boost confidence in the banking sector.
It's taking far too long, and I'm sure that the prosecution have done quite a sizable job. The defense would have access to that, and then they can also look at it and say, okay, this is it. If the defense look into it and they realize that, look, they are guilty as charged, that will be fine. But if they look at it and say, no, the cases that have been stated is not correct, they will adduce their reasons, and I'm sure we'll have judgment which everybody will be happy with it. Because in financial market, rumors doesn't help. So as soon as we begin to hear the court and the details, it will spare away all the rumors and we will deal with facts and not opinions of individuals that have been commenting. It's just facts, because this is figures. 100 million as it states, then they will deal with it. 20 million as it, 30 million, 2 million as it states, they will deal with it, because it's our facts, evidence. There will be check numbers there, there will be details there, there will be exact amount there. So you won't be like, I think the figure is around. No. It has to be exact, and that's what we'll be dealing with. And I have a keen interest to follow, to understand, because as a student of finance, I have interest in following those things, and I hope and pray that we will be a lesson also for corporate Ghana and also for future managing directors and directors in running the financial services sector. Because, mind you, financial services sector, they have the best eye view of the economy. If the financial services sector is buoyant, the economy will be buoyant. If it's going down, the economy will go down. So, and if it's also done right, the economy will also be done right. The right thing will be done. And to help us all, because I'm praying in that one of these days, Ghana will be a reference point when it comes to the financial services sector. And maybe this is a time for us to look at it.
Do you think this will bring back some confidence or inject some confidence in the sector?
Yes, because as we speak, like I said, because it has the system have allowed a lot of rumor to fill it. There's been a lot of rumor, and money doesn't like noise. So there's been some noise as we speak. But if this court, the judgment that will follow, the investigation, the details that will follow, it will send some clarity. So people would have read facts, and then would feel the confidence will be restored. Some confidence have been restored, but it will be restored fully if all the facts comes out. So it will dispel all the rumor. Because these days, because of social media and all those things, rumor run fast. But when it comes to finance and financial matters, I don't think we should play with rumor. It has to be facts, facts, facts.
And there's more on this interview, Join Business, when we bring you JoyNews Prime later today. Let's move on to other stories. The Bank of Ghana has increased the amount of dollars it sells on the market to commercial banks and dealers. The move, we understand, was influenced by some pressure on the local currency over the past few days. There is more in the following Business Desk report.
Sources say about $40 million changed hands on the currency market on Monday. This follows a pickup in dollar demand by corporate firms over the last few days. The rate at which the central bank sold these dollars to banks also went up marginally, trading at around 5 cedis 36 pesos and 5 cedis 42 pesos. These were mainly rates that the central bank was offering to the commercial bank. However, analysts have argued that they don't see the situation getting out of hand because of the Bank of Ghana's strong reserves. This is because we are hearing that the central bank's reserves have reached more than $9 billion following inflows from the cocoa loan syndication. Some have also argued that the real test for the Ghana cedi would come during the last month of this year, when businesses demand more dollars to finance their import for the first half of next year.
Well, currency analyst Kofi Ampa has said the recent fluctuations experienced by the Ghana cedi against other currencies were expected. This is despite the addition of dollars by the Bank of Ghana onto the forex market to make it stable. Mr. Ampa says this indicates that external factors could be accounting for the change in rates.
And the Bank of Ghana has made some significant, market interventions, to make supply available. One of the reasons why we are talking about this forward rate supply, purchase, sorry. So it's important to note that some significant additions have been made within the forex market, and therefore it has gained some influence on some level of stability of the currency. However, yes, you are right. We have seen it is an expectation, of course, for every business or for every economy to have a stable, forex in terms of your exchange rate. It should be stable. It's important that you keep it stable for businesses as well, also as for your imports. Okay, so that you can save the local business, especially for your exports, or to save your local business as well. So it's very important that we should have some level of stability.
Let me also find out from you, is the Bank of Ghana getting it right with respect to the monetary measures that, because over the past 3 months, 4 months, done a lot of measures. Yes, it's been fairly stable, all right, but we've seen some pressure all of a sudden at a time when that reserves is hitting almost $9.4 billion.
The Bank of Ghana is doing what it can to really help with the stability of our currency. But you should know that there are other external effects that would definitely hit on the currency. We recently got out from some macro economic challenges, especially on the banking side, the financial side. So these are the times that you will see the effect of whatever was done within the banking sector. All right, that's clearly very important. You will also feel the pressure now, especially for those of the industry players that had direct business lines with some of these banks.
In other news tonight, Managing Director of Stanbic Bank Ghana, Hassan Andani, is optimistic that the workings of the Credit Reference Bureau would help reduce high non-performing loans. He was speaking to Joy Business after the bank unveiled its credit card, which will allow customers access credit facilities at low rates. Here is Ebenezer Sabute's report.
The Credit Reference Bureau, introduced by the Bank of Ghana, is to help better assess the credit worthiness of individuals and businesses in the country. Others have also argued that it would have helped reduce the high non-performing loans in the country. Data from the Bank of Ghana puts non-performing loans at around 7 billion cedis for the half year. The Stanbic Bank credit card has been designed to help customers secure credit from the bank with a low rate. According to Managing Director Al-Hassan Andani, the work of the credit reference bureaus must be improved to do more.
As I said, there's still a lot of work to be done. There's still a lot of work to be done in terms of and first of all, it starts with us, the banks. When you lend, you have to report your lending to the credit reference bureau, whether it's performing well or not performing well, and all other lenders in the market should learn to transfer this data to a credit reference bureau. So they're just a receptacle. They're a receptacle doing the analysis for us. So in order to improve that, we've got to supply them with the data to be able to get us good and accurate reports.
Head of card payment at Stanbic Bank, Neodati Lamte, has been explaining the reason behind the introduction of the card.
And we have been collecting customer data, customer insights, what they want to see on a credit card, how they want to use it, and where they want to use it. So not too long, but it's all because of what we wanted to bring onto the markets. The product offers you up to 25 days interest-free on all your spend. What it simply means is that if you pay us back in 25 days, you pay no interest. What it also guarantees you is that you have more areas that you can use your card.
This is expected to boost the use of digital technology for payments in the country and the Bank of Ghana's agenda of plans to achieve a cashless society by next year.
Now, technology provides a wide range of tools entrepreneurs can use to guide their new companies through the startup and growth stages. Small businesses have been transformed by information technology. And on the Joy Business Van today, we bring you the story of one such company providing solutions for businesses. Here's the story of Analyst Solutions Limited.
6 years in the business, 120 million annual transactions, 600 million SMSs delivered, and 20,000 plus happy customers. That is Nalo Solutions' record so far. Nalo Solutions was founded in 2011 by a group of friends who had interest in information technology development. It became operational in 2013. We've come to meet two of the co-founders, Francis Benjamin Okran and Joy Ivan Lanyo, who are providing IT solutions for businesses.
Being in the industry, we realized that there were a lot of things we could do that were not being done by others. So we were able to identify some places where we could fill services that we could bring on board that were not there at the time. So out of discussions over lunch and so on, then this idea came about that why don't we form a company so that we can do what we yearn to do, and that's how come we formed the company.
In 2011, Ghana ranked 99th in the World Information and Communication Technology rankings. The usage of IT was still far below international best practices, especially at the government level. It was a promising venture, but for the novices in entrepreneurship, it was a huge step from the comfort of their corporate jobs.
There were a lot of big guys out there who were really doing it, but because of our engineering background, we're able to provide solutions that people normally wouldn't be able to provide, because people were requesting for now personalized services that were personal to them, not like the general services. So our strength at that time was the fact that we're able to provide specialized services for people, and we were quite affordable too. So people use that.
Nalo Solutions' highly patronized service has been its bulk SMS solutions. It also provides online payment solutions as well as software and app development. These are essential services in an age where you can do virtually nothing without technology.
I can remember when we started the service, let me say bulk SMS service, a lot of people didn't know about it. And it took us a lot of effort to actually explain and convince people how it works, to people how it works. But once they got on board, they actually appreciated it. So for individual clients, I'll say it's quite a lot. It's quite high, yeah. Then, in terms of, let me say, the financial institutions too, let me say we have a number of, like Joy said, the banks. Because of the support we give them and our customer experience, they are able to, hook onto us.
And you don't patch the sentence like, because if you send out you,
no, it's
updated.
Nalo Solutions operations has been largely successful despite challenges with the IT infrastructure here in Ghana.
The thing is already expensive, then the reliability you can't trust, and therefore you need a backup. That's another cost, okay? So that's the main challenge with the internet service that we have here, the cost and the reliability. At least for now, first we're using, when we started operations, we were on a broadband, and because it's shared, it was giving us problems. Then we had to go on a dedicated over the air and a microwave connection with the weather changes and so on. We have a lot of issues. And then we migrated to fiber. Setup cost was quite high, but we had to do fiber just to make sure that we are getting internet. Because once there's no internet to the office, our operations are down. Everything is hosted on the cloud, just for the reliability of connectivity to other institutions that we operate with.
The IT firm's operations have also been boosted by the Business Linkage Program of Invest in Africa, a not-for-profit organization in Ghana which is helping boosting the capacity of small and medium enterprises.
Invest in Africa has been very instrumental. Honestly, they came in at a very strategic time. Like we said earlier, we started the business and we're inexperienced. We just started, we were just technically inclined. But in terms of running a business, we didn't know much about some of the modalities of running a business, getting a business plan, setting up and making sure that you have a strategy, looking at your books effectively and all that. And I think Invest in Africa came in promptly to help us.
As the country gradually develops its IT space, the co-founders are upbeat about the prospects for their business.
We are looking at bringing in new kind of business ventures. Yeah, and some of them, of course, will mean that we'll need some capital injection. So, of course, we need some funding and we need to actually get some investors on board to also partner for us to achieve those targets. So that's something that we are seriously looking at as a strategy.
A new way to progress, a new way to advance, a new way to succeed. Well, before we go tonight, the World Bank is warning that restrictions on goods exported by some African countries could hurt the Continental Free Trade Agreement. The warning is coming at a time that Nigeria has placed restrictions on imports from other West African countries. We'll be bringing you that report, Join Business, on JoyNews Prime in about 2 hours. My name is Darryl Carl. Thanks for watching Business Live tonight. We've got more stories on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. We'll be back same time tomorrow.